up, everybody? It's the Sports Chasers Podcast. Coming to you live and direct with your host and your moderator, Kevin L. Warren, along with his fellow co-hosts, Dorian the D.A. Albreton, James the Angry One Warren, Mike Mills, Daryl D-Dub Warren, and Dan K, the Hockey Dude. This is a real sports podcast for real fans. This is a sports podcast with no hot takes, no narratives, just real, unadulterated sports talk. Please be advised that there may be some colorful and explicit language. The Sports Chasers are the defenders of the fans. Now, here's your host and moderator, Kevin L. Warren!
Hey, what's up, everybody? What's going on, everybody? It's the Sports Chasers Podcast. Another Thursday night. We have a lot to get into. Hope everybody's having a great and wonderful week. Few things that we'll get into, man. We got we're going to talk a little NCAA talk tonight. First off, we'll talk some NFL talk. Jets look like they're courting Aaron Rodgers. They flying out to California and whatever. Daniel Jones got $40 million from the Giants, man. We'll see. Lamar franchise tag. We'll talk about that a little bit. Like I said, NHL talk, NBA talk, World Baseball talk. We also have a guest. We have Ms. Deb Whitcas at 8:30 p.m. She's a Emmy Award winning sports broadcaster, so she'll be with us at 8:30 p.m. But with that said, we're going to meet the crew first. The DA. DA, what's up, brother? How are you this evening?
We're good. Hope everybody else is doing well, man. Really good to be here, man. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Got you. Appreciate that. The DA. Forgot D-Dub. I don't know what happened to him, but Mike Mills is here. Mike Mills, what's up, brother? How are you, sir? What's going on?
Greetings and salutations.
Okay. Well, thank you for that. Remember, we got the little QR code up there at the top left hand of your screen. If you feel in your heart, that's right, point to it. Feel in your heart, you like how this show is going, you want to pour back into it, hey, scan that QR code up there, man, and hit us up, man. So with that, also, hey, newsletter. Hey, we've been writing newsletters, man. This is the third volume of it. D-Dub wrote an excellent piece on the MMA and chokeholds. If you want to get a piece of that, hey, you got to go to our website, sportschaserspodcast.net. Go down at the very bottom, subscribe to it. And, hey, you'll get the newsletters. The last three newsletters, I wrote the first two. D-Dub wrote the one on chokeholds and on the MMA, excuse me. And very
It's coming.
Yeah, so. D-Dub, can you hear me? Are you there, sir? Well, I got to let him in if he wants to be there. There he goes. He's there. D-Dub, what's up, brother? How are you today?
Yo, what's up, fellas? What's up? Sports Chasers Podcast, Thursday night. What's good?
Yep, it is Thursday night. Remember to like, click, and subscribe to the channel, our YouTube channel, man. Tell somebody about the show. If you digging what we're doing, hey, man, we're trying to get it out there. Like I said, in the show, man, no hot takes, none of that stuff when it comes to sports. In fact, I want to read something real quick before I give it to Mike Mills and we start with college basketball. I feel like I got to read this. Go ahead,
D-Dub. Hey, Kev, before you start, hey, I was in my feelings about that chokehold, man. Yo, I was disgusted because it was just 2 seconds, man. I didn't see nothing. I didn't see nobody do nothing. So, but shout outs to the real fans that's gonna
went to the
chokeholds.
Went to the cupboard and tried to get something to drink, and the fight is over.
So, but your man.
But that's y'all sport. Y'all love that shit. I don't want to hear it. Enjoy it. That's y'all shit. I want y'all to love it.
Hey,
wow,
hey, Mike.
I like boxing more, but okay.
I love boxing.
Yeah, I like boxing more. Yeah, I'm a boxing.
I don't know why we
boxing guy, but hey, I had to talk about it, but go ahead, Kev.
Let me just read this. and I'll quote who's the author of it afterwards. It says, if you're an avid sports fan who wants to watch and follow your favorite games without the unnecessary noise and distraction from what truly matters, this is the show for you. Perhaps you're fed up with the baseless and intriguing hot takes thrown around endlessly. Who wouldn't be sick of sports news that's not news and recycled content talking about the same teams and players over and over again?
Yeah.
And then it talks about the hosts, and then it says, collectively, they strike a gold mine of information to discover the most critical updates even the biggest fans may never pay attention to. Every episode is light, relatable, and no doubt leaves you wanting to hear more. American sports fans and sports fans around the globe, just one last question. Aren't you tired of being programmed? If you're looking for real sports, for real fans,
get out the matrix.
Click the link to listen to the latest episode of the Sports Chasers podcast. So that's on our opening page on our website, and we all got together and to write that, and we really stand by what we said with that, because if do what you want to do, listen to what you want to listen to, watch who you want to watch. I say on the show, man, we don't get down like that. Just give you sports facts, man, and that's it, man. It's just simple, man. I don't know anything else. I don't care about whatever. Well, somebody had his hand up. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Your mic, $5.
If you paid attention, I got it. And if you paid attention to this week, it was just an absolute shit show. And we've been saying Mike Mills, Mike Mills, I think the whole crew, we have spoke about this dude, man. And these guys at that 4-letter network and what they do, man. And shout outs, and I usually don't like him, and I usually don't do shout outs to JJ Redick for calling out people and doing it. I think he did a good job because.
So back to college basketball with Mike Mills. So
hold on.
Yeah, because that topic, man,
going down a slippery slope.
Yeah, man, we won't get to 8:30.
I'm not going to take too much on it, but I'll do a newsletter on it, Kev. Don't worry.
I mean, listen, I am too, man, because what they're saying is not right. It is what it is. But you can't be giving out misinformation and doing stuff like such a thing. You
can, but it's not right.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Mike,
somebody play Mike. We might have to put down the rotation again for a newsletter. Anyway, look out for the newsletter. Mike Mills with college basketball. I just had to read that, but go ahead, Mike.
All right. So
what you got, brother?
As the calendar turns and everybody sees it's our favorite time of the year, March.
Yours.
So right now, it's everybody's favorite time of the year. Don't worry. So we got the conference tournaments going. So I'm going to read off the teams that have automatic bids already, meaning they either A, won their conference tournament, or B, that the conference doesn't have a tournament and they won regular season. So in the Atlantic Sun, we have Kennesaw State. In the Big Sky, we got Montana State. In the Big South, we got UNC Asheville. In the Colonial Athletic, we got Charleston. In the Horizon League, we got Northern Kentucky. In Missouri Valley, we got Drake. In the Northeast, we got Farley Dickinson. Shout out to Jersey. In Ohio Valley, we got Southeast Missouri State. In the Patriot, we got Colgate. In the Southern, we got Furman. In the Southland, we got Texas A&M Corpus Christi. In the Summit, we got Oral Roberts. In the Sun Belt, we got Louisiana. And in the West Coast, as a surprise to no one, we have Gonzaga. Now, ladies and gentlemen, all of these teams, besides probably Gonzaga, are more than likely going to lose in the first round. Just to keep it funky with you. Well, shoot, maybe even Gonzaga, they might lose in the first weekend. Know how they do, but so these are just the early qualifying teams. The bigger tournaments for the bigger conferences are going on this weekend. So our Big Tens and our ACCs and our Big Easts, Pac-12s. But in other college basketball news, we got some firings to note. In the University of Cal, they fired their coach after going 3-29.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Right. How do you make it to 3-29 without being fired?
Well, did you just not go to every AAU game?
That's I'm
not going to none.
at a power conference school. Like that is insane.
Like, yo, he didn't go to the Nike League. He was like went to like those. What's they be?
He went to the Reebok League.
Reebok League. Those, oh Jesus, sneakers.
He went to the K-Swiss Classic.
What are those?
Them dudes was wearing Crocs. He went to the Croc Classic. Cats that was playing ball in Crocs.
Oh my goodness,
Jesus Christ!
And then legendary Georgetown player. We're not gonna say coach because we don't know what that was. Patrick Ewing got fired after 6 seasons. Now I love Patrick Ewing as a basketball player as much as everybody else.
That's my dude.
But yeah, he's been overdue. That's been supposed to have happened.
May I say one thing, Mike? Yo, he couldn't recruit, right? So the biggest recruit he had from name was Matt McClung, right? The cat that's playing.
But Matt was a 3-star.
Yeah, but he could dunk. He he got him because he was the Showtime star.
Of course.
Out of that YouTube world. But dude could play. I mean, he just jumped out the gym. I mean, he broke every scoring record in Virginia. So dude was very serious. Like he could play. The dudes just didn't take him seriously, I guess. But Patrick had some problems with some of his bigs. Like they had like a thing where they stole all the computers and like 8 dudes got thrown off the team. And it got bad for Patrick real quick, and then dudes just started leaving, man. But I'm not gonna say he can't coach. I'm gonna say he definitely can't recruit because he couldn't recruit. He just couldn't get dudes. And I think I don't want to say this the wrong way. People are gonna get me wrong, man. But Georgetown was still one of them schools where, without a big John Thompson protecting guys, they really wanted you to get that classwork done. So that's that. Take it how you want it.
Well, yeah, the record speaks for itself. He was 75 out of 75 and 109 since taking over in 2017.
So they're gonna fire him now. They didn't give him an opportunity to go to the tournament and maybe make a run.
They lost in the first. They lost last night to Villanova by 20.
Yeah.
Season's over. Bye.
Yeah, that's a wrap, bro.
Yeah, I mean they snuck in like 2 years ago. Remember they had that little run. They won the tournament and snuck in.
Right.
But
absolutely.
Like, they ain't been good in years. It's been a while. So, as Ryan pointed out in the comments, the Houston Cougars are number 1. And what that means with the top 25 winding down at the end of the season, about all of those teams in the top 25 basically have their bids already. Rest of these teams playing for basically at-large bids or the conference automatic bids. So it's conference tournament time. It's real important. It's a lot of bubble teams. I'm going to shout out UNC right now because they playing Virginia real close, and they know if they lose, it's over.
It's over. NIT, here you go.
NIT. My team, Villanova,
Hubert,
we play
I'm trying to hold you
9:30.
down, Hubert. I'm trying to hold you down, Hubert.
Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah,
It's a wrap.
Connecticut won tonight against Providence, so they push it a little bit further. Duke is pushing that bubble, trying to sneak in. They beat Dan's Pittsburgh. Panthers, sorry, Dan.
No, sorry. Go ahead. he repped that pit.
Wake Forest was an interesting bubble team. They got knocked out today, too. They lost to Miami by 2 points. You think they're still going to get in?
Yeah.
Because they was one of them final teams. They might get in, but if Carolina loses, it's over. Marquette handled their business.
Oh, Marquette got scared from St. John's tonight this afternoon.
Yeah.
That was actually a good game.
Yeah, Marquette still in it. The Big East tournament is actually looking good compared to how the season looked. The season looked, it was real top heavy.
Right.
But right now, the tournament is looking good. DePaul got Xavier by 8 right now. So going into halftime. But let's see how this weekend goes. And then next week we'll have the brackets to be unleashed.
You forgot about are you finished? Yeah,
I'm finished.
Word, really, Mike?
What?
You ain't going upstate? You not going upstate?
Upstate with who?
Way upstate.
Okay. So let me.
Y'all want to talk about him?
We just want you to do.
Oh, my bad. Let me do my due diligence. I apologize.
Yes, please do the due diligence.
I forget because that's not a part of New York to me. So in Syracuse, New York State, their great coach Jim Boeheim bowed out ungracefully today. I hope that does not besmirch his record because he is a college basketball, because he's a basketball Hall of Famer, even though y'all know how we feel about that Hall of Fame. He is a Hall of Famer. He did win a ring with Carmelo Anthony before he helped destroy Big East basketball. But happy trails to Jim Boeheim for destroying the Big East. Thank you.
Okay, so can I get mine now?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Most overrated coach in college basketball history. I say this as a Georgetown, St. John's, Kevin Williams fan. Had the most players, probably, for from 1980 to say 2010, of any team in the country. Any team in the Big East by far. And you got one ring because you didn't coach. And you just told Carmelo, yeah, go out there and do that thing you do, Brady. And Carmelo just went out there and scored 40 a game and took you to a chip. And that, I mean, I watched it. It was point blank period. That was it. There was no matchup, 2-3 zone, all of that shit out the window, dog. Out the window. UConn has 5. Not to say they had bad players, but UConn has 5. You had Pearl. You had Derrick Coleman. You had John Wallace. You had Lawrence Moten. You had Johnny Flynn. Come on, man.
About Johnny.
Come on, man. You had Cruz, man. Sherman Williams.
Ronnie
Cycli. That's that Derrick. Come on. I'm like, come on, man. Like, there was years, like, I swear to you, and I'm going to be quiet, as a New Yorker in the 80s.
Because somebody pull out how many Final Fours that he went to.
We knew when the NCAA tournament started. And, dudes didn't stay up all night, and all the games weren't on like they are now.
Right.
But we just knew, Syracuse, they'll be there next round. And we wake up in the morning and be like, "What? Hold on, what? Who did lose though?" Oh, come on, man. Not again. And dudes have to take them orange and blue jackets the F off. Take them off. Don't wear them to school because you're getting egged up. Don't do it. Don't wear the Syracuse jacket. Just don't do it. Don't do it because you took the L.
Jim Boeheim had 5 Final Four appearances
out of 375 years of coaching college basketball.
375 is crazy.
5 Final Four appearances.
How many Final Four appearances? 5, right?
5 Final Four. He led the Orangemen to 10 Big East regular season championships, 5 Big East tournament championships, and 34 NCAA tournament appearances, including 5 Final Four appearances and 3 appearances in the national title game. 3 appearances.
In the words of Bill Cosby, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
47 seasons. Yeah.
How many seasons? 47?
47.
375. You heard, DA.
375 years.
375 seasons.
Listen, I mean, if you listen to DA pretty much did a roll call of Syracuse basketball alumni, and you just had to just name first names. That's it. And listen, nobody's
BK.
Nobody's doing slander stuff like that. It's just like I said on the show. We just talked the facts. And Boeheim, he coached a very long time. I thought when I could have sworn they won like 2 or 3 championships. They only won 1 back in 2003 with Melo.
Yeah. 2003.
Yeah.
They got caught with the dude. What's the dude in last second shot, Indiana against Bobby Knight.
Keith Smart.
It was Cheney. It was Cheney. It was back. It was before. Might have been Keith. I don't know.
It was Smart. I know his name was Smart.
Okay, one of those dudes, right? Hit the corner jump shot. That was against Derrick Coleman. Team had a great year. And to be honest, Mr. Boeheim, in all seriousness, man, God bless you no matter what you do. A lot of kids you took out the hood.
Absolutely.
Lives. help them do better things with themselves, man. Become better things, man. So salute you for real, forever. I think you should have won more, and I believe that. Like I'm standing on that. And that's even with the 80s being hard. You had the 90s because the 90s, like Georgetown was Iverson for a few years, you know, and Boubacar Ow, his name was Boubacar Ow. You know, you had the 90s. You could have just ran away with the Big East and you didn't. So I think it's a problem, man. I do. I kind of believe it's a problem. For me, I believe it's a problem.
Gotcha. Mike Mills, your thoughts? Jim Boeheim, excuse me. Jimmy Boeheim.
I mean, I'm trolling. He didn't single-handedly destroy Big East basketball, but he had a piece of it. You know, his school is one of them that went to the ACC, which destroyed the best basketball conference in college to me, you know, my era growing up. But Jim Boeheim really, he was that matchup zone really caught a lot of teams off guard, especially in February and March. Them 2 months, it was just like teams didn't know how to go, didn't know how to stop it. So, you know, wish him the best on whatever he do next. I wish if he was leaving, he is leaving, but I wish he'd have did it better than this because he's better than this. But, you know.
So let me dive into this. Do you think and I think me and DA talked about this. I don't think we did talk about this, in our production meeting before coming on. Do you think he was forced out? Do you think that, times were changing, NIL deals, a little premature?
Probably, but it's like he should have been going a couple years ago. You want me to be honest with you? I mean, they've been in the same little rut. They're not succeeding, but they're not, they like in the middle. It was going nowhere. So at that point, it was like you gotta figure something else. Either you gotta improve, or you gotta move on. So at
like
this
Duke
point,
football. As long as we win more than we lose, we're good. Duke football. That's what we say. That's it. As long as they win more than they lose, and he got a lot of money, man. So I let folks please go back, do your history, please. Look at that 30 for 30 on the Big East. It'll tell you the checks that Jimmy Boeheim was getting from Nike in like 84, 85, 86, 87. Man, shoot. Stop. Come on. I'm done.
Don't be done. Yeah, Boeheim had definitely a career. Like I said, he'll be a Hall of Famer. He'll be a basketball Hall of Fame. He'll be enshrined in the Basketball Hall of Fame. One of the greats. Go ahead.
He had a 71 win percentage with the team. I mean, he's been there forever. Look like I only see one down season, and that was in 21-22. He was 16 and 17. I mean, hey, bro.
He was Nike since before Nike. He was Nike before Jordan. Check that out. All right? He was Nike before Mikey. So we always got the players.
Mm-hmm.
Nike before Mikey. That's funny.
Yo, I mean, yeah. Hey, I don't know. I know not too many coaches. He held this job at Syracuse this long. And only
college, everybody hold jobs forever.
Except Patrick Ewing. But,
I mean, if Patrick Ewing was at East-West State, he'd probably still be there, even with that record. So,
well, I mean, I don't know what it is with college. It's again, it's what you like, who they like, and and I guess Mr. Autry that's his name, Autry. He's gonna get his start, his chance.
Red, my man, Red from the H, baby.
He'll get his chance to see what he could do. But yeah, shout out to Jim behind him. Whatever. I just thought his press conference yesterday was crazy. But other than that,
it looked like he didn't want to. It looked like he didn't want to quit or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was about. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't know what that was.
He's trying the river because he did this in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
No, listen, man. At some point in time, they do have to move on, right? Every institution has to move on, right?
Sure.
And whether it was NIL or you couldn't recruit anymore or you couldn't get the kids you wanted, whatever the point is, whatever it is, it happens to everybody. And it's okay to get old and not be the new hip guy and be able to get kids. You know why Andre 3000 said he doesn't do hip hop anymore? He said because he's not hip. He said I'm old. He said it's for young people to do, and I'll let them have that. And whether I think 3000 probably could throw out some bars out here that knock cats' heads right off their shoulders, I believe he does. But there we go. So
I forgot about that car accident. Thank you, Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan doing it in the comments. Thank you, Ryan. Yeah, I forgot about the car accident. Yeah, that was like
again, Syracuse got to stand on something, Ryan. I'm with you, but it's not like they were winning championships that year 2-3 years ago. They could have just fired his old ass.
Damn.
No, I mean real talk, right? Like it wasn't like he was.
They've been middle of the pack. They've been middle of the pack.
What's the dude that the old guy? He was at Kansas. Now he's at North Carolina. Roy Williams is old.
Roy Williams,
but he won a chip, so they wasn't going to fire him. You have to chip. He could have hit me with the goddamn car. It would have been high. He won a chip last year.
And then Roy bowed out gracefully though. Roy ain't drag it. Roy knew when it was time. It was like, all right, we won. This ain't it.
I got Big Cod at center, man. This is all I got. I got to get the hell out.
Yeah, he was. I got to get out of here. Let me. Huey, you ready? Yeah, that's what he did. He got out of there. He wasn't. Roy knew what was up. Jay Williams did the same thing. Oh, we ain't got no point guards. Oh yeah, I'm about to get the hell out of here. Neptune, you got it. Yeah, they know.
Well, yeah, I think you got to know when to fold them, whatever, and. Like D says, it's okay to bow gracefully and know when it's time, especially if you still can do it at a high level. I have no problems with that, but it's what it is. Shout out to Adrian Autry. He is the coach of the Syracuse Orangeman, and look for a new legacy. And I wish him well, and I wish Coach Boeheim well in his in future endeavors in retirement, man. So as I say that, I'm a segue to the National Football League. The National Football League, as we know, all season moves are underway. I mentioned earlier, Daniel Jones got a $160 million deal. Mike was laughing because me and Mikey was talking the other day. Hold on, Michael, let me just get some of the rundown. The Jets took a flight out to California to talk to Aaron Rodgers, so we'll see how that goes. Hold on 1 second.
That's funny too. That's funnier, actually. That's
extremely
funnier. That's funnier.
David Carr, he's not David Carr. I'm sorry, his brother. Carr. Yes, he signed.
That might be funny. Is
he signs with the Saints. The Giants look like they're gonna franchise tag Saquon Barkley, and the Ravens non-exclusive franchise tag on Lamar Jackson. Mike Mills, you're the Ravens fan. What do you think of this? And we'll go back over what the franchise tag means and all that stuff as Mike Mills goes in. But your thoughts on Lamar Jackson and where him and the Ravens stand at now? Go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna give it to you from two perspectives. The first one is an opportunist. Like, I mean, I'm gonna look at the bright side. Be optimistic. This is the tag they gave him. Basically, other teams can negotiate. The Ravens got the first right of refusal. Yes. So cool. So maybe he could go out there and see what he think he deserved, and maybe somebody will give it to him, and then we could match it. Let's see how far the difference is. Or
right, and let somebody do the negotiation for them. Correct.
Right, because clearly we can't get this. Clearly we can't figure this shit out. Clearly. Right. Now I'm gonna look at it from the realistic point of view. I've been a Baltimore Ravens fan since the 6th grade. I'm 30 years old now. So that's a long time. I remember when we had Kyle Bowler. Remember when we had Stephen McNair for that 1 year. I remember Troy Smith was supposed to be the quarterback. He got sick and we got stuck with fucking Flacco. And I was there for the Flacco years, and when Brian Mallett was there, I was there for all that shit. The thing is, the Baltimore Ravens were not built to have a high-flying offense. Has it been nice? Yes. But our bread and butter is running the ball and playing defense. And even when Lamar Jackson was at his best, we were still running the ball and playing defense. So even if we lose him, and we got to get a armchair guy for a couple years so we figure it out, we still going to win 7 to 8 games regardless. So if he got to go, so be it. But hopefully we can figure this out.
Gotcha. D-Dog, your thoughts? Lamar Jackson, Baltimore Ravens, the whole thing.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know what to think. They don't want to really pay him that bread or whatever he's requesting. So they decided to do what's that? The franchise was the tag on.
Yeah, it was a franchise tag. Correct.
Yeah. So I guess he'll go shop around to see who's gonna, give him what he thinks he deserves or what he's asking for, whatever he's asking for. But I don't think it's gonna happen. I think that he's going to end up, I don't think nobody's gonna pick him up for whatever reason. I don't know exactly why. He is a running quarterback. I don't know if the team don't like. They don't. It's a whole bunch of shit. I don't know, Kev. I just wish if they're not going to give him what he wants or whatever the case, just go, man, and let the Ravens just figure it out. But because I don't know what weapons are there now for him to thrive.
Well, that's the thing. I don't think it matters, man. I really don't. I'm with Mikey in this, and this is scary to me. That me and Mike, we always fight, but the reality is this, man. From the team, from both perspectives, everybody's making the right moves and have an opportunity to get what they want. Everybody gets that, right? I think Ryan's right. I don't think the league is going to give out any more guaranteed contracts. It's not built to give out. Over. It's not built to do that because of the shelf life of an NFL player is still only 3 to 4 years. So that's just what that is.
And again, just because the Browns jumped out the window, I don't expect everybody else to do the same thing.
Well, that was a nasty situation on all sides.
As Mike said, it was a nasty situation, and it was. But the reality was that we all realized that the NFL is a copycat league. Not to use the term everybody else uses, but it is. It's a copycat league. They'll do stuff that doesn't make sense just because somebody else did it, right? They're that team that wants to have a running football team and you don't have no offensive line. Like, they do, like, you see dumb shit like that, right? So, But with that being said, the one thing about the Ravens, I will give them, they're like my Niners, man. And I don't know, God, yes, what's brother's name that was the GM? But he put down the template, man, to have a good team regardless of the quarterback.
Ozzie Newsome.
Obviously, I'm going to have a good team regardless of the quarterback. And that's what they've always tried to do. Now, they haven't been like, the Steelers where they've had a winning season every year. But I tell dudes, man, you don't need a star quarterback to win a Super Bowl. You need a star team. Now, the reality in the last few Super Bowls, you've seen what we would consider star quarterbacks win. But there was a dude, and if I had both of my hands, and I don't, I raised my hand, that had a non-star quarterback, and we went to 3 out of the last 4 Super Bowls, 2 out of 3 last Super Bowls, without a star, with a quarterback that now, and I'm sorry for everybody on TV, but I'm just not with you guys dissing Garoppolo now, right? We know what Jimmy is. Stop it. Because when I was saying this for years, no, Jimmy's a winner. I don't want to hear it today that he's not this and he's not that. I don't want to hear you talk about all his pimples now that he's walking out the door. Do not want to hear it. I had that quarterback, and we knew we wasn't going to win the Super Bowl. If it wasn't for the defense or running, it wasn't going to happen. But that's what the Ravens are, and there's really nothing wrong with that, people. It's really, I think it's a better league. when you have great teams winning Super Bowls rather than one guy making a bunch of plays to win a game.
Hey D, I just want to chime on. Right, I don't think it's colluding. I really don't. I just think what's good for what? Okay, well, what's good for business, D? You got a team.
I'm not mad at you, D.
But you got a team. Hey, it is what it is. It's the business model, right?
But the legal,
you can say it's colluding, whatever.
Yes,
but the
legal terminology.
The fact of the matter is
a conspiracy and they're colluding. If more than two people talk about it, it's that's what it is. I'm not saying it's wrong.
If you have a team, if you have a team, and your team needs a quarterback that could do the things that he can do, you will sign him or attempt to sign him.
I agree with you, but like I said, man.
Just like the Jets is going after this clown. I don't understand that one, but
because what they have there is not good enough for them to win with. And remember, the objective of the owners is not to win Super Bowls. What's the objective? What happens in New Jersey if Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback of the Jets? They shut out every game. You know what selling out a football game is in the NFL? How much money that owner gets, man? That's what you get. You may not win a Super Bowl.
That's the business part, right?
But that's the business part. And this is what I'm saying to you, that I don't have a problem with you calling it colluding because you guys are cops. That is what the legal terminology is. One or more people getting together to do something is colluding. Colluding doesn't mean it's a bad thing. You can collude to go to the supermarket. But if me and Kev talk about
you can say colluding,
it's colluding.
You can say it, but you got to prove it.
Oh yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, yes, and I don't think no one. I don't think no one's even trying to prove it. I think the whole world is wink on it because they know that the Browns did such a bad deal that it's like in the stock market or in the real estate market. It's just a course correction. That's all. Sometimes you need the federal government to put more money into the economy to make sure there's a course correction, that the interest rates stay where they need to stay. That's all that's happening.
As DA reads that, as he gives his money market report, Ryan puts up there, open up the Pandora's box with the full guarantee for Watson, and now other owners are trying to do damage control. I agree.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I'm not paying this guy. That's the Browns' fault, and we had an episode. I don't know the episode number. Browns. What Mikey? You named it. What is it? Browns keep doing Brown.
Browns going Brown.
The Browns going to Brown. Mm-hmm. They keep doing the dumb stuff.
The mistake by the league.
Mistake by the league. And this is what, and owners is looking at the guy that owns. And if you don't know the owner of the Browns, he owns all the pilots. Y'all riding on whatever. You go to a pilot gas station, he owns all of them. So, what
I'll give my conspiracy theory on the whole thing, but I can't do it tonight. It's too much time.
No, there's too much time. We got a guest coming on here in a little bit, but hey, the Browns are going to Brown, and that's what it is. Let me jump to some other things. Mike, you laughed at the Giants giving Daniel Jones the bag. Go ahead, explain.
Well, that's what you're gonna do, kid.
He scored 15 touchdowns.
That man threw 15 touchdowns. That shit is cool. If 15 touchdowns get you $160 million, we need to give out guaranteed contracts and all types of crazy shit. $40 million a year for Daniel Jones. That shit is crazy.
Now you can go out there tomorrow and ask for $1 million.
He had one medium season. Medium, not even gonna say medium. A medium season. Yeah, tight shirt. He had a tight shirt season. And they gave him $40 million a year, 160.
So let me just say this. And y'all know on this show, I'm a Giants fan, right?
Yes, boy.
So no, let me just say this. So if he gets the bag, right, everybody else gets it.
Oh, there's not a bag to go around. There's not enough bag to go around.
Word, right? You can't be rewarding this.
Yeah, there's not enough bags to go around for that. Because that's not as egregious.
Y'all didn't even believe in them.
Yeah, it's not egregious
y'all
as
Sean Watson.
Yeah, it's not as egregious as Deshaun Watson, but it is egregious. Because dude is like, wow. It's a lot of money there, Daniel. Like, you seeing them in the bank like, but Daniel, that's a lot of money, homie. That's all. It's a lot of money, homie. Facts.
And then the report came out, and then they just gave it to him. Wasn't no backlash. It wasn't no wasn't no maybe. The Giants said, okay. And just gave it to him.
Giant fans, too. Didn't see nothing.
They could have had him for $20 million less had they opted in. But they didn't even believe him going in.
If you look at, looking at the Giants season, whatever, right? He had a decent year. How many touchdowns you say he threw?
15
touchdowns. Okay. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Just like I got nothing. I got nothing.
Well, what else are you gonna do, man? What we gonna do?
Mike is like, I got nothing.
I got nothing. Mike, you got me. I got nothing. We'll see next year. We'll see. They said they was beefing in the comments between what's my man's name from the Dolphins, and I guess he's gonna be throwing slants all year long. I was like, dang. No. The receiver. Who's the receiver? Hill, Tyreek Hill. So I guess y'all gonna be throwing slants all day long. And he was saying because the Giants receiver, what's his name? Slade was saying that hey, what's the matter with him getting the bag? And Hill was like, I guess y'all gonna be throwing slants all year long.
Hey,
man.
What he does well.
The Dolphins do the same shit.
Well, I said the same thing.
A slant thrower talking about a slant thrower? That is crazy.
Yeah.
My slant is 10 yards. My slant is 11 yards. Is only 8. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Tyreek got hit in the head with a hammer somewhere. So
my thing is, Kev, if you don't pay him, what else was you going to do?
Franchise.
You gonna go get?
Well, no. Well, you're gonna have to do him or Barkley. Which one do you do? I think you should.
Well, remember, there are two kinds. You can do one for each. One could be restricted, one could be unrestricted.
Danny would have been restricted. Let me see if somebody take the bait on this shit.
Okay,
so where you going?
Somebody takes it. Then what?
So you can't find another quarterback to throw 15 touchdowns, Kev?
Who? You just said you.
I bet I give you Jacoby Brissett with those 15 touchdowns.
Jacoby Brissett will give you 20 and 6 rushing. Jacoby will keep you steady.
I give.
Okay. What might do you once you get rid of Lamar and we'll take Lamar, you take Jacoby Brissett.
Did you just
do that?
Did you just compare Lamar Jackson to Jacoby Brissett and Daniel Jones? Like
you just tell wait. You telling me all the guys I could take, but you're not willing to take Jacoby Brissett
for himself, right?
Y'all took Daniel Jones.
Stop playing with me, man. Stop.
Did you see what you just said? Y'all had Daniel Jones.
I know what we got.
He's not Lamar Jackson. That's not.
Yo, it just shows you how many. There's not that many good quarterbacks out here. Let's be real.
Y'all get Jameis.
Come on, stop playing, man. Stop.
Jameis can get 35 touchdowns.
Yo, y'all don't even want Jameis. Stop playing.
James might be my backup next year.
You got Purdy. You know you love Purdy. You won't even take Jameis. Stop playing.
Y'all can get Trey Lance. Look, Trey Lance.
Purdy won't even be back, man.
Purdy won't be back. You think Trey Lance getting the job back?
You didn't want Purdy. You didn't want Garoppolo. You got Trey Lance. He's out.
No, listen, man.
You take Jameis Winston.
That's us. That's my Niners, B. That's my Niners.
Okay.
Because all they're gonna tell him is, don't throw the ball.
Everybody keep on telling me how many quarterbacks, and there's nobody out here.
If you're gonna throw it, you're gonna sit back here with us.
So if we got a guy that gives me 15, hey, Trent Dilfer, he probably threw more than Trent Dilfer. Trent Dilfer went to the Super Bowl.
Nah, y'all ain't the Ravens. I know you didn't make that comparison. You just comparison the craziest shit. Like you got elephants and ants on the seesaw. Like you comparing the crazy.
Big dog. I'm just saying.
Trent didn't throw more touchdowns than 15.
It's one season.
Y'all ain't got the 2000 Ravens.
Yo, man.
Y'all got Jamal Lewis?
Come on, stop, man. Stop. No, let's move on. Let's move on. I gotta move on. Let's get this on. These
so
guys
do the Giants, but I mean they did. So shit. Why we got to? Why we got to be the dose all the time?
Let's move on to the other team across the locker room. The New York Jets are courting Aaron Rodgers. They flew the offensive coordinator, the head coach, the owner. They all flew out to California. They're going to talk to Aaron Rodgers for the next couple of days. This is Brett Favre 2.0. I think Aaron Rodgers is at a better, I guess, space in his career. If the Jets are willing to give up, picks and stuff for them.
Your weed is legal. Mushrooms legal up in New York. It's all good. He'll win. He'll win games. They got a good team. They got a good defense. He'll remember what is the owner's job? Make a profit. They will make a profit like a mother next year and win some games. There's no way no one that takes this guy believes he's there for more than a year or two. So if you think you have a dude on the team that can be a backup and learn from him, you know how to get that weed rolling. And
you can't learn from him. Remember, he don't teach people. That's not his job. Remember that.
Well, now he's smoking, so he may now, because that helps you free your mind when you on that hibachi watcher, whatever they call it. Waka, waka, whatever he do. He waka flocka, whatever he's smoking, he good. So I think he'll be okay over there. He's an older dude. He got his, he's all right, man. And he's going to make money hand over foot. He's going to be doing commercials. He's good, man. He's going to New York. Why not? Why not go get the money? Golden parachute, homie. Why not? Why not?
And shout outs to Ryan. That is correct. You can only franchise one
player. Yeah.
You gonna have one franchise player on their team?
Yeah. That's what I
two tags.
Why they got two different type of tags?
We'll find.
I don't know.
It was over. We'll find it before the show is over. I don't think he's making up stuff. I just think that
I'm talking about the NFL making up shit.
We're
gonna give you two tags, but you can't use them both.
It says the franchise tag is a designation NFL teams may use to retain one player set to be an unrestricted free agent and sign them to a set contract for another year. That's just for franchise tagging. Yeah, just one player.
Okay. Whatever, man. I still think you could have found listen, man, it's a lot of money, but I think if it works for them, it works for them. I got no problem with it, man. I really don't. I like to see good football. And I'm just joking with you. I think y'all know, I thought Daniel Jones was good from the start. So when y'all didn't, I did. So don't y'all can't tell me shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I told you. There's no shame in my game. I told you.
Junior.
So real quick, your thoughts, D, since I got you right there in the box. Carr going to the Saints. Your thoughts?
Good move. Just their problem is the rest of those dudes. And Michael Thomas don't play, and Alvin Kamara may be in jail. But if he has those two players with Olave from Ohio State, he'll be okay because he's not a bad quarterback, and it might be the best defense that he's played with. So
yes, agreed.
There you go. That's
agreed. Mike Mills, thoughts on Carr going to the Saints?
Do they think he still got Sean Payton? Did they forget that they traded him to Denver? Yeah, that's my first question. After that, I mean, they do got a great defense. I just want to know what went wrong in Vegas. Like it went from in love to my quarterback.
That's real, Mike. That's real.
I'll tell you. I got it, D. I got it. I'll tell you what went wrong. What's his name's son? Bill Belichick's son. Am I right, D? Is that what you was going with?
Yeah, well, that's always what's wrong with teams. Find an expatriate, you'll find spoiled eggs. So,
spoiled eggs. Find an expatriate. Go ahead.
Eggs.
Very thought-provoking. But yeah, I mean, we'll see how this works. I mean, the Saints need a quarterback.
Yes,
he is a quarterback. So,
damn, Mike. Damn.
We'll see. I mean, I don't believe in him. So we'll see.
Mike, that's fucked.
Yo,
he said, they need a quarterback, and
he's a quarterback.
He's a quarterback.
He does play quarterback, so
he don't got the receivers he just had in Oakland. I mean, in Vegas, he had some shit in Vegas, and look what happened.
And the running back. The running back is a monster in Vegas.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You had some shit. So
you know what?
Sean Payton not the coach no more. So all that trickery and them joker bobs, that shit ain't going on no more. So
I'm going back to what Mike said because there got to be a reason, man. That because remember Jacobs how he's cursing out the team at the end of the season.
Correct.
He's like, yo, you dudes ain't going hard. You like this, you like that.
Yeah.
He ain't say, that's my quarterback. I'm repping for my quarterback. It's like you too, you punk ass bitch. None of y'all going hard.
That's what you should say.
So I don't know. Yo, for real talk, they did tell him to take your money and go home. And that don't happen in the NFL a whole bunch.
No.
So.
No, it don't. We talk about Rodgers going to the Jets. I just think the Jets do what they want to do. Me personally, if it was me, I wouldn't do it. Carr, I think it's a good move. Hopefully, can work it out. Like DA said, you know, if all the pieces work, they could win 9 or 10 games. I think.
Bad division too.
You know what? That division is ass awful. You know what? It might work.
Yeah,
it 9-8 win the division next year. 9-8.
It's awful. So that said, man, we're gonna dive in real quick. DA, what you got for baseball? Well, let me just start off for baseball a little bit quick. Spring training's underway. Major League Baseball opening day is April 1st. There's been some quirks. We talked about it last week about the pitch clock and all this stuff. If you looked at the game, I want to say the Twins were playing. I can't remember, but hey, the shift is back in effect.
Yeah.
All they doing is putting the center fielder in shallow right field and putting the left fielder in center field. I forgot who was up. The dude that used to play for the Yankees, and they put that on. And hey, like any rule, people are going to circumvent it, and they have found a way to reinvent the shift again. DA.
Yeah, my problem is
my hold on. Let me get this thought out. My thing is, people were crying. I'm like, hit the ball the other way, and they'll stop that.
Yeah. Listen, man. They've shown you, like Kev said, leave it in, man. My thing is, if I'm a good hitter, shift wherever the fuck you want to shift to. I'm hitting the ball where there's nobody at. Or I'm going to strike out trying to hit the ball where nobody's at. That's it. I've got no other comment for anything about the shift. You know, and yeah, it's Kevin. It was going to be like any other, program. Someone was going to hack it at some point in time, and it just took them 1 year to hack this.
Like what? A couple games.
Yeah. So like, what's Manfred going to do? Come out there? And, no. You go back. Go back.
Hit the ball the other way.
There you go. Move your feet. Get your hips out the way and hit the ball.
No, but with launch angles and other stuff, I don't know. Mike Mills, your thoughts on the shift, new rules?
Y'all heard what I said. Hit the ball the other way. I don't see the problem. Listen, they shifting on you because they know you can't do the shit. So the easiest way to beat them is to do what they think you can't do. I don't see what's so hard about it.
I don't either.
I don't see what's so. You a professional baseball player. This not the 7th grade. This not little league. You know what I'm saying? It's not pee-wee. You can hit the ball the other way. I don't see what the problem is. I don't see why this is a rule. I don't see why this is a segment, a conversation. Hit the ball the other way. I'm not understanding. Hit the ball the other way.
You're rich enough to put a batting cage in your bedroom.
Bro,
let's get up.
Hit the ball the other way. Bro, hit the ball the other way. Swing a little earlier. There you go. Chuck up on the bat, swing a little earlier.
D-Dub, your thoughts on the shift, and DA will talk about World Baseball.
Yo, man, again, hit the ball the other way. That's the name of this of the show tonight. Hit the ball the other way. And you knew it was gonna happen. I mean, these guys, just like was it Scherzer the other day? With the ball. These guys, they're gonna figure out a way how to make it work for them. And again, here we go again. I mean, you change the rules, you do whatever you want to do, but These guys are smart enough. They've been playing the game long enough. Sometimes I just think it's just laziness on the part of these guys. They some of them want to do, they'll do the right thing, and some of them just not going to do it. So I don't think it's rocket science.
Ryan shouting out his Astros to the champs. Yeah, shout out to the champs. Whatever, Ryan.
Yeah, okay.
Whatever. DA, what you got for us for World Baseball? It started.
Yeah, man. It's I got two big things, and because they're actually Pool C and D, which is the Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Venezuela, Mexico, United States, Colombia, Great Britain. They haven't started yet. They're about to begin. But Pool A and B, one is in Taiwan. I think Taichung is in Taiwan, and the other one, Pool B, is in Tokyo. I watched the other night Australia beat Korea. Two things. First off, man, the crowds are crazy. It's almost like looking at what Americans would say a soccer matches out there. The way they yell and sing and everything, and it's crazy. Like it's nuts. Like the fandom is really crazy out there. And the other one is Cuba is 0-2, and I don't know why. And the Netherlands are 2-0.
Wow, Cuba's 0-2.
Yeah, but that kind of goes up if you think about it. My boy called me and said, "Yo, in the Little League World Series every year for the last 10, 15 years, man, the Netherlands, like out of the international teams, has always been one of the best teams every year." He said those kids are now pros. He says, so they got some players out in the Netherlands that get busy right now. So I haven't seen the Netherlands game yet, but they're 2-0, and Cuba's 0-2. Italy is 1-0, Panama is 1-1, Chinese Taipei 0. They lost 1-1, Australia 1-0, Japan 1-0, Czech Republic 0-0, China 0-1, and Korea 0-1, which is a surprise because Korea is better than Australia, but they just didn't play like it. So that's all I got. If you get a chance to check it out, man, the fandom is crazy. I hope that we represent in Phoenix and Miami for Pool C and D when they start. Good crowds, and good games, I hope. But it's just another sign, man, that a lot of other people in a lot of different places maybe appreciate things more than we do here. So that's kind of what I see about. That's what I feel.
Gotcha. Appreciate the DA with baseball and the World Baseball, which is going on. And like I say, get a chance, check it out. Phoenix and Miami, where they'll be taking place. Time now is 8:30. Our guest is with us. Let me set it up here. She is a two-time Emmy-winning TV producer who has worked in unscripted programming for over 2 decades. She's began her entertainment career in front of the camera at age 12 in her hometown of Philadephia, Pennsylvania, and has produced highly rated national, international primetime and daytime shows for ABC, CBS, CNBC, Fox, MGM, CW, Universal NBC, HDTV, We Channel, Style E, Entertainment, and MTV Networks. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Deb Whitcas. Thank you, Deb, for coming on. How are you tonight? How's it going?
Good. How are you? I'm excited to be here. Thank you guys for having me.
Oh, man, let me give you some applause here. Hold on.
Yeah, I would clap.
There you go. Yeah, I'm clapping.
Yeah, man.
I only got one hand to clap with, so I'm sorry. I'm bad. There you go. So you're from Philly, huh?
I am. Go Eagles.
So, yeah, so what's your thoughts?
Kind of. I mean,
yeah. What's your thoughts on that?
It was a little heartbreaking, to be honest, but it was an exciting year to be a Philly fan with the Phillies in the World Series, the Union, going for the trophy, and then obviously the Eagles in the Super Bowl, and everybody lost. So yeah.
You just got to get the flyers. You just got to get the flyers together to get them a little bit close.
Yeah. 76ers had a shot there for a while too, but we'll see this season.
Gotcha. Deb, hold on a second, DA. Thank you for joining us. Thanks for connecting with us. It was so great, and I saw all the things that you've done. And like you said, you're a Philly lady. You got a bunch of I don't know if you see D-Dubs had. You got a couple of New York dudes on here, so you got a couple of Giants fans on here. So
I can't believe it. Daniel Jones, the contract they just gave him.
We just talked about that.
We just finished talking about it. Yeah.
Told y'all that was funny. Y'all didn't think it was funny.
Whatever, man. Go ahead. Go ahead, Deb.
Yeah, Deb, tell him.
I mean, that I get. But, yeah, no, I was like, is Daniel Jones worth that much? I don't know.
Okay, there you go.
Well, I didn't want him as a quarterback, but he did get better this year. He cleaned up his act.
Sorry.
Oh, now you didn't want him.
I feel like that was Brian Dable, though, that really helped
Absolutely.
his act. So
absolutely.
But which I mean, he still cleaned it up. He still did well. So yeah.
Yeah. I think we got the question from Darryl. I'm sorry. What else could they do? So with that being said, it's fine because in the league, we were only one franchise guy. You know, you had to do it with somebody. So I'm not that mad thinking about it right now. But yeah, what else were they going to do? I guess that's a good way to think about your team, Darryl. Huh? What else are they going to do? What else are they going to do?
I didn't see nothing else. I mean, what else are we going to do? I really.
Jameis looking for a job again.
Yeah, he is looking for. I'm not confident in Jameis. I'm sorry.
Okay, respectfully. Deb, let me just ask you this, Deb. How did you get started in the business? You say you started when you was 12. Give us a little rundown how everything began for you.
You know, I honestly, when I was 5 years old, I was a huge TV fan. Told my mom to get me an agent. She bluntly refused. Thank God. And let me, always put me into dance classes, into theater. And there was a show in Philadelphia called Dance Party USA. And I come from a dance background, and that's how I started on camera at 12. Okay. And then proceeded in college, was a dancer for a show called MTV. It was an MTV show, like The Grind. Right. Some of you might know it, but I'm aging myself big time here. But so yeah, and then just kind of fell in love with TV in general, and went behind the scenes as a producer. And, I've done that for several years now. Love it. And, as you said, been a bunch of different networks, a bunch of different shows. I've probably done about 30 shows in my career thus far. And a couple of years ago, I've always been a huge sports fan. I bleed green. My dad played minors for, MLB, for the Philadelphia Phillies. So I grew up in a stadium. It's where I feel comfortable. Literally growing up, my family and I, we sat 3 rows from home plate at the vet. Spoiled brat, but you couldn't get better than that. I used to flirt with the bat boy. I knew all their names. I was 8, 12, whatever I was. And like a couple of years ago, I had gone to the Eagles Super Bowl when we beat the Patriots, and that was an amazing experience. That was my first Super Bowl, and I made a vow that year that I was going to go to every single Super Bowl for the rest of my life. And the next year, I just happened to live in Atlanta, and that's where the next year's Super Bowl was. So I was involved in everything there. And you guys know, Atlanta's a huge football city.
Yeah, it's huge. Yeah.
Huge. I mean, obviously Georgia just took the Natty 2 years in a row. But and I think it's more college than it is NFL.
I agree.
And I'm more of an NFL fan than I am college, but I definitely do follow it. In Atlanta, I really didn't know that many people, so I didn't really have that many friends. So I kind of went towards football more and watched, and watched every single game on Sunday. Had some friends that played in the NFL that I met when I lived in Atlanta. And I was kind of became obsessed with their careers and would watch the games. And then I was like, why am I not doing this for a living? I love football, and I love all the storylines. I feel like
so many too.
Yeah. Sports is the best reality show out there. And so I was like, this isn't going to be a hard crossover for me. It's been a little bit more difficult than I thought it was going to be, but it's still super fun.
Right. Well,
that's how I got into the sports reporting. And I love interviewing people, and I love interviewing athletes. I love their passion. And I also love what they do off of the field as well. I think that's important to, kind of showcase their loves, off the field as well. their families, their passions, because they are human beings as well. So
absolutely.
And a lot of times we forget that, I guess. Fans and talking heads and people forget. I just want to ask you, all right, Philly fanatic, yay or nay on the fanatic?
Oh my God!
Are you good with him? Not good with him? Dude scared me. I didn't know exactly what he was. I was like, what the heck? Yeah. I need you.
I'm obsessed with the Philly fanatic. If I actually said if I ever get married, the Philly fanatic is coming to my wedding.
Going to a wedding.
Oh man, he's gonna ruin your wedding, man.
What was that?
I said he's gonna try to ruin your wedding, man.
That's fine.
Like everything he does is like doing the bump with someone. So,
And the funny thing is, when I lived in Atlanta, I went to a couple Braves games. And just because again, love being in a stadium. I don't care what I'm watching, if who's the team, whatever. And I was sitting down there, and Blooper came over. So Blooper is the mascot for the Braves, and he's very similar to the Fanatic. And he dumped an entire thing of popcorn on me, and I literally looked at him and I go, "You're just trying to be the Fanatic."
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how that would have turned out for Blooper.
Yeah. After the game, dude
I
was
went
depressed.
Philly on the Blooper.
Yeah. He went in his locker room. He was depressed. He was like, God. I thought I was doing something, and now she called me I'm a bad ripoff. Yeah. I'm a bad ripoff. That sucks, man. That's cool though.
Deb, let me ask you this: I'm sorry, Deb. How was your experience covering the Super Bowl this year?
I mean, dream come true. So that was my ultimate dream in sports reporting is to cover the Eagles in the Super Bowl and they win. And actually be the sideline reporter for the actual game. I mean, obviously Erin Andrews was the sideline reporter for this game, and she's amazing. But I want to take her job.
Let's go.
So I mean, and
that.
You know what I mean? But and Aaron's great. Don't get me wrong. I'm just being funny. But that's my ultimate goal. So I mean, I was there the entire week, had media credentials, and got to interview all the players several times. And
cool.
Probably the last media availability was my favorite because there wasn't a ton of media there, and I was actually able one-on-one to talk with the guys as much as I wanted to. And that was cool to get the mic out and be able to kind of go back and forth and ask them kind of personal questions. So
that makes sense. So that whole week is that seems like, you got to kind of pick your spots because there's so many events and so many opportunities with each team to, you got to kind of, I guess, spreadsheet. Okay, well, I talked to this guy.
Literally.
Yeah. Okay. It makes sense. But
what I did, I mean, I had and thank goodness I brought my car because Ubering everywhere just would not have worked. It was so spread out. But, there's so many events, A, for media, and B, also with groups I'm involved in, still with media, but other, just sports groups.
Right.
I work a lot with NFL alumni. There was the merging vets and players that a bunch of the NFL current and alum were involved in, which was a great NFL alumni. Arizona had a food bank. They also had a wellness clinic. Okay. I mean, there is so much. And then, Mike, Dick and Jaws had their cigars with the stars party. I did the red carpet for that.
Nice.
There was a, luxury experience and company and Eli Lunzer's athlete gifting suite at Top Golf. I was on the red carpet for that. So got to interview all the guys who attended that. There's, great vendors there as well. Yeah. I mean, I think I went to 3 or 4 events a day.
Wow. Yeah. That's
nice.
I was exhausted.
Yeah. You're young. I'm old. I'd be like, I'm going to this.
I mean, it was fun. And then there was also the extremely private events too. Like I got invited to a private dinner with some of the former Eagles players. And then we all went to Seth Joyner's party after. So it's a wild week, but you don't sleep. And it's actually funny because one of my friends, Myra Gomez, she's the sideline reporter for Thursday night football for Amazon Prime.
Right.
Amazing. She's an amazing person.
Yeah.
She texted me one time at like 5:30 in the morning, and I was like, "How did you know I was up?" And she's like, "It's Super Bowl. Everybody's up."
Yeah, right.
Everybody. There is a strategy to what they're doing. Everybody understands what the game is. So that's cool. That's hard for me, but I want to go.
Yeah, and I think next year's Vegas, like next year is going to be insane.
Yeah, definitely. In Vegas.
Vegas is like nonstop, and so.
Yeah, we're doing this, and that's what we're striving for. Get some media credentials one day and be out there with you, with the mic. And
Media Row, Radio Row, Media Center is so much fun too. Like just the energy there. Even just walking around, and people are interviewing, doing walk and talks, and Pat McAfee had a huge thing, and FanDuel.
I can imagine. Yes.
I mean,
I can imagine, right.
Nickelodeon was there. I mean, it was just CBS Sports and every Fox Sports. ESPN actually was in Scottsdale, so they weren't there, but everybody else was. It was like the cream of the crop was had tables there, so that was fun too to just go and you can just grab the athletes and just be like, hey, do you have a second to talk? And they don't have to say yes, but they
right.
Let me ask you this about covering the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
So I know it's a huge event, and everybody here on this screen is they are really sports fans. How about the non-sports entities coming there to the Super Bowl? Is it more? Is it less? How is that?
You know what? A lot of people come just to party, just to have a good time.
Imagine that.
I understand that.
I didn't party a lot in the past. I partied, but this definitely was a work trip for me.
Work week.
Yeah, a work week. Like people just come even if they're not a sports fan and just to go to the parties. There's the Sports Illustrated party. There's the Maxim party. There's the Playboy party. All of those events bring in the models, type thing. So people pay a lot of money to get in those parties. And then the Legends Party, Ron Gronkowski hosted the Legends Party this year. He did Gronk Beach too, so that's a huge party. Shaq has a huge party. Lee Steinberg, which I covered Lee Steinberg's red carpet. He has a huge party Saturday day. So if you just want to party, you can party nonstop.
Yeah.
So I'll give you a little bit of experience. So I live in South Florida currently, and me and D-Dub, my brother up there, he came down for the Super Bowl weekend and didn't go to the game, of course, but we actually had the opportunity to go hang out with Khaled.
Okay.
He had a cool. DJ Khaled. He had a party that night somewhere, and like you said, it was all week. People were hanging out, they're partying, and something
I'm
else.
Like, where do these people come from?
All over the place. I don't know.
I mean, and the amount of money that's put out. Yeah, like
it's a big thing though, man, and it's fun. It looks like fun, and that's the biggest thing for me, for us. It just looks like fun. Like you're not there like that. That would be cool because there are people that you always think, and I'm very interested in hearing about like things you said you've done with like the Edge players. I guess they're pretty ingratiating, because they're not playing anymore, and you still recognize, hey,
right.
Let's talk. And what do you think about this, or what do you think about that? Because I guess as you get older, like I would love to see, Action Jackson, but I would probably fall out if I saw Joe Montana.
Right. He's definitely around.
Yeah.
I didn't actually see him one time, but I think I was in Miami for Super Bowl, and he was at a steakhouse. And I was trying to get there, but it didn't happen. But no, I mean, and honestly, the athletes, former and current, are just around. Like you're, walking in Miami. My friend of mine, we were at lunch, and Alex Mack walked by the former for the brand and Atlanta. super nice guy. She had trained him, so she was like, Alex, and he sat and like, had just chilled with us for a little bit. But yeah, I mean, they're just, and on that same trip, this is a funny story. I was at the Kinko's printing something for media, and so like we talked for 20 minutes. Him and his agent were behind me, and we talked about I guess he was with the Jets at the time. So we talked about how cold it was in New York, and
always been a story.
It was just yeah. You just have to know who you just have to be a fan and know like who you're talking to. And sometimes it's hard too because the guys are always suited up. So you're like,
it's hard to know who they are. Yeah.
Right. It took me a second to realize it was Sam Darnold because in all the pictures I've ever seen of him, I had never interviewed him yet, and he looks like a redhead to me. And this guy in front of him is blonde.
He's blonde. Get out of here because he does look like he's red. So he's red in the sun.
Yeah,
he's got to be red in the sun, but blonde.
And I looked it up and I think I honestly gasped when I realized who I was talking to. So we were at a Kinko's. Like it could have been anybody. He's
a big guy, right? Is he a big guy?
Yeah, he's obviously a football player. And I was like, who? And then I was like, oh my god, it's Sam Darnold. Like I'm talking to the quarterback of the Jets. Okay.
Yeah, he looks like a big dude though. Like
he's a big guy.
Yeah.
How was your experience at the combine? You had an assignment to go to the combine last week. How was that?
Yeah, it was amazing, and I'm really excited for this year's draft. I mean, Anthony Richardson literally killed it.
Yes.
I mean, I feel like everyone's
all over it now.
Number one to get him, or CJ Stroud as well. I covered that day. I did day 3. And watched. It was the quarterbacks, the wide receivers, and the the tight ends. When I'll never forget when Richardson threw the first deep ball, the entire stadium went wow.
Yeah, he's a strong kid.
He's
wow. Okay,
he is a big strong kid. So.
Yeah, but I also did hear. And this is just rumor that he can't read a defense.
Probably.
So super athletic, killed the record.
I think.
And if you get in a situation and you can't play the actual game, you can't read a defense. I don't know.
We won't tell anybody. We won't tell anybody. You can't do that.
No.
And rumor.
Yeah. They'll let those fools figure that out. Rumor. Yeah.
There's definitely some truth in that one.
Yeah. I watch a lot of college football, so I've seen him. You're like, why did you throw it to him? Yeah, his uniform doesn't look like yours, right? Yes, no, you go to Florida, you don't go to Georgia.
Wrong color.
Yeah, what? You're just a kid. You're just a kid.
I thought Will Levis looked really good too, to be honest.
Yeah, I think Will was good too. He had a few good years. This problem was this year, man. Kentucky wasn't really good, and his big games they got smashed. Right. The big games he had, they played Tennessee on TV. They just got smashed those games, so he never really got to show. So you really have to be a football dude to appreciate that. Sophomore year, junior year, he was playing really well. When Kentucky was good, he was good with them. But when they got bad, he was left out there on that boat by himself without an oar. So it was hard.
What do you guys think? What do you guys think of Stetson Bennett?
I like him. He's 27 years old, ain't he? Right?
Well, he's 25. He's older.
We talked about him. Yes.
He's Brandon Whedon now.
Wait. He got AARP. He's going straight to coaching.
Brandon Whedon now. He's 27.
Oh yeah, he could be Brandon Whedon. Yeah, you know what? Because he left, right? So my son played college sports, and you can actually play football. You can play probably college football 7 years. You can get away with 7 if you really do get injured. You can get away with 7.
How old was Chris Winkie when he finally?
28. But he played baseball first.
27, 28. Yeah,
that's
he
right.
Played baseball first. So Stetson, he was never the starter,
right?
Ever. But he actually left and went to junior college to play, just so he could, keep playing, and then came back and he won this. He won the position in the last 2 years. So he didn't even come in as the starting quarterback beginning of the last 2 seasons. He just won the spot in camps, man. I think he'll get a shot in the NFL. I don't know what he'll do, but I think if they move him to a slot receiver like what's dude's name that played for the Patriots?
Edelman, you putting Bennett in the slot? I don't know about that.
Yeah. That's all he can do.
I don't know.
He's not going to play quarterback.
Really?
So if he wants to stay,
I think he could be a journeyman. You know, fourth, fifth round guy.
I think his best money is playing slot receiver.
Maybe the third. It could be somebody backup for a couple years.
No, he can play. He may stay in the league as a quarterback. I'm just saying to get him on the field because he's fast as F.
Yeah.
He knows all the routes and he is tough.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying to you. And that's what your slot receiver does. He's the second quarterback on the offense.
Okay.
Now, it may not happen, but I'm just an old guy and I can only see what I mean. I watched the kid for 6 years in football. 6 years.
Right.
You ain't watching my receiver.
No. Yeah, very true. I did not.
Deb, what you got going on as far as any other projects or anything now? Or
I mean, to be honest, right now I'm actually concentrating on. I'm not concentrating because I'm always concentrating on sports, but I'm doing an unscripted gig with Karamo on NBC.
Okay.
And it's a daytime talk show. Super fun. My next sports thing is the draft. So just kind of prepping for that, taking a little bit of a breather because I have to say, to be honest, Pro Bowl, then Super Bowl, then the Combine. Woo! I'm tired. Yeah. So it's been a very packed February and March. You know, and to take it up a level, obviously the Eagles were in the Super Bowl. So, you know, being a huge fan, I had to do the work, and then I had all my friends there too.
Yeah,
wow.
You had to do that too.
Yeah, that it was actually a little bit overwhelming because I'm interviewing everyone and interviewing the Eagles and going to all the media stuff and going to all the the stuff I planned, and then my phone's blowing up with all of my best friends from Philly, in from LA, like all of the fan clubs I do. And it was like, okay, like it was a little
busy. Yeah, busy. You got to tell people you're a fan of another team next time out.
Speaking of which, go ahead, Da. Sorry.
No, she's good. Go ahead.
I was going to ask. So baseball season's upon us. Spring training. What you think your Phillies are going to do?
I mean, love my Phillies. We'll see. I mean, who expected them to be in the World Series last year?
I did.
Who did? Wait, someone did?
No, I said I didn't.
Okay.
Nobody did.
Yeah, nobody. No.
Yeah, I don't even know if they knew it.
Yes, not till game 2. Yeah.
So yeah. What was that?
I said they didn't believe it till game 2. They were like, "What the hell?
Right.
What the hell are we doing here?"
What is? I mean, and they got in there because of heart. I feel like
Yeah.
Watching. I'll never forget watching Harper when he made that double, and he's like, "It's my effing house," but like that was just like one of the best moments in sports.
Yeah, you know what? I like that kid. I've always liked him. So a lot of people don't, but I like Mr. Harper. So
yeah,
one of my favorite guys.
Worth every penny.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
I'm excited to catch some games this summer. I only caught a couple last summer, and I wasn't actually able to get. I did get a playoff. I went to a playoff game with the Padres, and that was the one that that they lost a couple, obviously, but that was the first one that they lost, so that kind of sucked. But it was cool to be there. But I wasn't able to make it to the World Series, so it was just unexpected. So I didn't plan for it. Whereas the Super Bowl, I was going whether or not the Eagles were there or not. So.
Gotcha. Yeah, definitely a fun time in Philadelphia sports this past year, and like you said, well, I'm a Ranger fan too, so I don't know about praying for the Flyers, but it was definitely a good time for Philadelphia. Like you said, it was a magical ride with the Phillies, and who would have thunk about that?
Yeah, I get behind them.
Yeah,
and I'm a Yankee fan, so I don't really care, whether Philadelphia wins or not, because I'm a Yankee guy. But I can take you as my third team now.
There we go.
Because of you.
We appreciate the backing.
I will buy a hat. I will get at.
Maybe we can do that. Yeah, because we handed it, to them in 2009. And since that was the last time the Yankees won the World Series, we need to do something, man. But
don't remind us, man. Stop. It's been a minute.
You don't want the hat on.
Hey,
turn that around.
Yeah, turn it around, man. Come on.
Don't do that. Don't do that, guys. Stop.
Deb, one last question before we get out here. Besides the Super Bowl, what's the best event that you ever covered? Besides the Super Bowl.
Yep, I have to say, and it's funny because I was just thinking about this particular interview. I'm going to say it was an interview, not even an event.
Okay.
My Pete Rose interview.
Oh,
whoa.
I got to find that one. How was that?
So it was for a show called Crush House. I was co-hosting with Sean Salisbury, Rick Mahorn, Frank Nicotero, who's a comedian, and Wayne Allen Root, and Angelica. Oh my God, I forgot her last name. Baywatch, Playboy.
Yes.
Super great. So she, it was an amazing experience. We spent. Wow. It was actually his 80th birthday, and we got him a cake and everything, and we spent about 3 hours on a Zoom with him, and just hearing the stories, obviously he still holds a ton of records. The man played into his 40s. Just to hear his passion and his love of baseball still was amazing. And of course, I got the honor to ask the big question: do you think you're ever going to make it in the Hall of Fame? Which is on my demo. And so, and it was heartbreaking to hear him answer that, because he was like, they're going to let me in when I'm dead.
Yeah, we said that too. Posthumously, they'll let them in. Yep.
Yeah. And I mean, I think it's one thing to think it and yourself think it, but it's another thing to hear Pete Rose say it.
Yeah.
But
that's royalty, man. That is royalty.
Literally.
That's royalty.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
And here was the coolest thing. The coolest part about this was the morning of, I was prepping, going through all my questions, and I was like, I try not to be late to things. And so I got on early because obviously huge interview. I got on about 10 to 15 minutes early just to make sure I was prepped. And Pete was already on.
Wow.
And none of my coworkers were on. So there it was, Pete and I bullshitting for 10 minutes.
Yes.
I'm sitting here going, is this my life? Is this
being first counts? Being first counts. There you go.
Being first counts. Being on time. Yes.
Right.
Everybody else is second loser. There you go.
And then it was also cool. He came on. He had a Reds hat on, and then he actually switched his Reds hat for a Philly hat.
There you go.
And I literally had my Phillies hat a couple feet away from me, just in case.
Yeah. Grab mine.
And I ran and grabbed it, and I was like, I have one of those too, and I put it on. So it was Pete Rose and I wearing Philly caps together for a moment. So that was special as well.
Oh man, big ups to that, because that's some royalty, man. And
and he's 81, 82 now.
Yeah. So can I ask you a favor, please, for us?
Sure.
The next big event that you're going to be on, email us so we can shout you out and let people know you're going to be there.
Sure.
We're gaining fans weekly, daily, and with you on,
awesome.
Probably exponentially. And from there, I just would like to, thank you for me.
Sure.
And just let me know that, whatever's coming on, we'll put it on the website, man. So
awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I should be doing the draft. I'm waiting just to to confirm some things, but that's the next big thing that I see. Also, a little bit of a rumor, I might be covering the Chargers this season.
Uh-oh.
Season 2. So that's not I probably shouldn't have said anything. But,
it's cool. It's cool.
We won't tell nobody. I promise.
Yeah. We don't believe
don't worry.
bad luck.
I had him going to the Super Bowl, so don't worry about it.
That was my first prediction. It was going to be Rams Chargers. That was my first prediction. So
I had them this year. I thought they was good enough to do something, but they'll get it together.
Yeah, we'll see.
Oh man, Deb, this has been great. Thank you so much for coming on and hanging out with us, man. Now I got the applause right here. There you go. There you go.
There you go, Cav.
Thank you. Thank you again. Would you come on and do this again?
Absolutely. Yeah, this is super fun.
I appreciate you so much. And like I said, this has been fun, and wish you all the best. And like I said, we'll do this again. And thanks again, man. Hey, everybody, Deb Whitcas, thank you so much, Deb. Appreciate you. I'm gonna give you
some. Deb.
Take care, man. Good meeting you. That was dope.
Man, what time is it? We right at the
9:03.
Carolina just got sent home.
They lost.
23 seconds left. 66-57.
Beekman got him. Damn. I say, Virginia though. Virginia used to always have, man, the coldest white cats at the guard position, man. Cold, dude. Like them cats at VA used to be cold, man.
Nah, they get black guards now.
Yeah, well, no, I said they used to, cat. Used to, they cold cats, man, cold.
Yeah. So UNC V-Lac, where you at, man? Are you watching again? Because I know he's a huge UNC fan. Sorry, bro.
So I'm gonna call Hubert. Tell Hubert, listen, you got 2 more years, MF. 2 more years. I knew he was gonna stay there till the sun got there. I don't know if it's Sunday yet, but he, that's what Hubert's trying to do.
Yeah. So, man,
couldn't hit a shot for the Knicks, and the team can't hit a fucking shot now. God damn you.
Yeah.
We'll keep the momentum going. We're gonna get out of here. Parting shots real quick. D-Dub, what's up, brother? What you got for us, man?
Another great show, man. I want to shout out to Deb for coming through, man. Appreciate her. Yeah, and good show. Ain't got nothing too heavy. Everybody have a great week.
Gotcha. Mike Mills. Mike brought the heat with the NCAA basketball tonight. Appreciate you, brother. What you got for us?
No problem. Shout out to everybody here. Shout out to everybody in the comments. Shout out to Miss Deb Whitcas, who just left us. Shout out to all the women out there. Happy Women's Month. And my mixtape is dropping next Friday on the 17th, the last summer.
Yeah.
March 17th.
Last summer, March 17th. Go cop that thing. I mean, we said back in days. But how do they cop it now? They just download it. Just
go stream it. Just run it up. Go ahead and stream it. Everywhere, all the streaming platforms.
No doubt.
YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, wherever you find music, it's there.
Let's go.
DA, what you got for us, brother?
Hey, Deb, thank you for coming. My brothers for being here. My man E, hope you feel better, my brother.
No doubt.
To the team, we just gonna keep it moving. Appreciate everyone. Brian, come on back because you missed me. I missed you last time you was here. I got some stuff to talk to you about. And God bless everyone, man. For real, I'm on that, man. Everybody be safe, man. And life is good as long as you live in it. For real. All right.
No doubt.
Got you. Appreciate that, DA. Thank you for everybody being in the comments, Ryan. Thank you, my brother. Appreciate you coming through. V-Lac was in there earlier. Guess he got a little bit busy. Dan, in his absence, doing his thing. E, feel better, get better, brher. Great show tonight. Thank you, Deb. Appreciate you, Deb Whitcas, for coming through and talking 30 minutes. Just phenomenal. Just talking sports and hearing another media person talking about how they have a love for sports and just doing a great job. Make sure you like, click, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We on all major podcast platforms, all of them. Please check us out. Look for us. We're on every Thursday. Make sure you look out for our newsletter. D-Dub sounds like he's going to do a retraction of what he wrote. I don't know.
No retraction, bro. Go ahead. Stand on what I said, brother.
Can we get more females in the comments, man, and on the show? Because it's great to see a woman come through.
Yes.
I bet, love it, man.
So,
excuse me, Mike.
Come
I
on.
said, I bet, level boy over there. All right, come on, wrap it up, Captain.
On behalf of myself.
Woo!
I peeped him early. Come on, level boy.
On behalf of myself, I'm Kevin O'Warren, your host and moderator. Darryl D. Warren, Mike Mills, the DA. With the sports station. Have a great rest of the week. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see y'all next weekend. Peace. Be good.